got one for you if you want it.
Oh, it's got to be my special water. Just give me an empty cup. What's that, Bobby? No, I can stand down, Bobby.
Opening statement from you, Coach, then we'll take some questions.
Yeah, great to wake up here today in D.C. The beautiful weather, and just excited about the matchup. Obviously, to be in this region, there's a lot of buzz, a lot of electricity around this around D.C. this week. So, just can't wait for to have our partner tomorrow night.
If you have a question for Coach Hurley, raise your hand. We're going to go to the center.
Thanks.
There's our first one.
Kyle Tucker, 24/7 Sports. Rick was in here earlier. There's been a lot of talk about it today. He said there's no such thing as a blue blood anymore. That's sort of the current climate has sort of equalized things. Where do you stand on that? And you're kind of an interesting one to ask because the debate was whether UConn became a blue blood in the last several years.
Yeah. No, I think Coach is right. I think nowadays, I think tradition, history, it doesn't mean as much as it did to recruits, whether they're portal or high school players. I think first and foremost right now it's about overall commitment that you're going to make. Whether that's NIL, the way you travel, the quality of your facilities, it's you can't get by on your brand anymore. And players dreaming of having played there one day, like none of these kids care about that anymore, and none of the people close to them care about it, because a majority of people that are advising the kids now are agents who are looking at it from a business perspective, or families that are not sentimental about any of this. So. If anything, it's maybe a negative because fans don't understand it, media doesn't understand it. You have as good a chance to win at a non-blue blood, maybe even a better chance because you don't have the pressure and the expectations or the burden of the jersey or the logo.
Center of the rim, Dana. Left side microphone.
I don't think I did that. Dana O'Neill, CNN Sports. I asked some of the other coaches this, and I say it without accusing you.
Did somebody just turn the lights off?
It wasn't me, Dan.
I feel like a puppet up here.
Would you like to?
I will do something else.
Watching, you and some other coaches, obviously, there are times that this game does not look to be pleasurable. It's torturous sometimes to watch you guys when you coach. Why do you, you look a little frustrated sometimes. Yeah. What is the joy? Everyone talks about, I love coaching. What is it that you actually truly love about it, if you can identify that?
I think you love the day-to-day, the grind. I think you love the work. You love the people that you do the work with. That's it. How close you get to your staff, your players, when you're striving for things together, and it's incredibly difficult to do, and you sacrifice and you commit and you care so much. I mean, when you're with another group of people that care so much about each other and what you're trying to accomplish, it's an addictive feeling. That's why I think when I see these coaches like Coach Izzo coaching into their 70s, Rick Pitino, I'm like, that's why they can't walk away. It's not the money. These guys got enough money. It's that connection. And the season, it alternates between relief and suffering. And then I think I think the joy that you get is from a sense of you did a good job at the end of the year when it's all over, and you could look back and say, I got the most out of my team, or the team got the most out of itself, and I could look back on that with some level of satisfaction and say it was a job well done based on the team we had. We got as far and as much out of the season as we could.
Up front on the right, Detroit.
Chris Solari, Detroit Free Press. Dan, I wondered, looking back at the October exhibition game, I know Terrace didn't play in that game, but both of your teams got off to really hot starts to the season. I'm wondering how much did that maybe play a factor, kind of the iron on iron, if you will, to get each team prepared for the season? Yeah,
I'm doing the exhibition. It's there's no greater test than playing, Michigan State or Tom Izzo coach team or this group of just incredible players they got, the men they have on the team. So we were very intentional about trying to schedule them for that game right before the opener, so we could really identify our vulnerabilities, and they were on full display in that game. They exposed us. I think we gave up 6 or 7 free throw rebounds in that game. Our transition defense was a joke. We got assaulted on the glass. There was a lot there in that game that we were able to show the guys this week when we got manhandled. We're a much different team. They're a much different team, but there's certainly it helped us both get ready for November and December because we're obviously 2 of the best teams in the country.
Midway back on the right, CBS. Adam, pass that over one. Thank you.
Zach Fearless, CBS Sports. Dan, when you talk to Tom Izzo about what he has built, something that's lasted over several decades, and your dad as well, does it inspire you to want to build something similar at UConn in terms of being able to do it for a long, long time, even in an era where it can be a little bit more difficult and things are kind of constantly changing?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I wanted a gap year last year. I don't know how he does it. I mean, I don't know how Coach Izzo's done it. I don't. It's obviously the fortitude, the passion that he has, just to be so consistent. I mean, when you look at the number of Sweet 16s and making a tournament like almost 30 straight years of qualifying for this tournament. Like this tournament gets with each year gets harder to qualify for, but. What gets Coach Izzo up every single day? It's the impact he has on his players. It's how much he loves being a builder of teams, being a developer of men. I don't think he chases. I mean, there's part of him, I'm sure, that chases the external achievements, but the guy's just an authentic coach that loves being a coach of men. And I hope I'm looked upon when my career's over. I don't know that I'll have his longevity. I just could only hope that people look at me as a coach the way they look at him and the way I look at him.
Coach, same part of the room. Adam.
Adam Zagor. I'm the designated St. Benedict's prep beat writer in this room. You talked about
and pro Frisbee.
Yeah, that too. You talked about the commitment to NIL from schools. You've said many times that Kamani and Luke are ready to be head coaches. When these guys go into interview, do you feel they need like a minimum commitment of NIL money from schools that they talk to? And just in general, it seems like a lot of mid-major other coaches moving up. Is their number one priority the NIL number they're going to get from the new school?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's just NIL. Whether it's Kamani or Luke or any coach right now, it's like, am I going to be able to hire, an excellent staff around me? Am I going to be I'm playing high major games, or am I going to be on a Southwest flight C-38, with my 7-foot center, the next day, as opposed to being on a charter? It's if you're not all in on a full commitment, you can't win. That goes for mid majors too. I mean, you got to have one of the best jobs in your league, if possible. And if you're not, and if you're going to take a job that's not at the top of the league, you better get assurances in your contract that you're going to have this much to spend on a roster and this much for staff, and that you're going to charter every flight, and that you're going to do nutrition and practice facility. I mean, you got to have everything in place. If you shortcut anything in today's college basketball, you're trying to get by on nostalgia. You got no shot.
Left side, second row, Christy.
Christy Winter Scott, Big
You're
Ten
not allowed to
Network.
ask me a question. Her kid's like great player on the other team. I think this is illegal. No, I'll let you do it.
Well, and Christy's got.
I've been watching a lot of film. I know who everyone.
Christy's game's outstanding. Too.
I know.
Gosh, anyway, I had to recalibrate myself after that. No, going back to that game in October, what have you learned most about your team since then, and also about Michigan State's team since then, and about yourself as a coach?
Yeah, well, I'll start with Michigan State. Their improvement across the board as a team. Because Coach, I remember leaving me a message after the scrimmage, and I think we spoke maybe a couple of days later about our teams, but like he was really disappointed in how they showed up for that. And so their improvement, the development across the board, just how much better they've gotten individually, the perimeter players, the 3-point shooting, Fears' development as the point guard, Cooper making threes, lobs, scoring in the post, Kohler doing the same things minus the lob dunks. The wing shooting, your son, amongst the issues that we've got to deal with on the perimeter. So, for us, we weren't healthy in that one. But we both, I think, have had a very similar year. We both have had great seasons. We both, I thought, crushed the non-conference. We played at the top of our league in conference play, and now we're, both in the second weekend. So, I'm just excited to. I feel like it's a honorable game to be able to, for UConn, Michigan State. It's a crazy Sweet 16 game, and excited to be in it.
Coach, we're going to head down for one more question, but we're going to do it in 17 seconds as soon as this clock expires.
All right. Not sure why you're doing that, but
I'll tell you why momentarily. And go ahead.
Coach Dan Zakshevsky.
I'll explain it to everybody.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
our satellite time just
Confirm me
ended, and I didn't want to start a question and then not get to the answer. And I want to be responsibly moderating.
Yeah.
It's the only thing I do in moderation.
Let's go.
Please.
Satellites.
Dan Zakshevsky, Outkick. I asked Coach Izzo earlier today about how people in the media often criticize him for, quote unquote, hard coaching. He actually brought you up, and I'll read what he
Who
said.
did?
Izzo.
Oh, okay.
I'll read what he said. He said,
Who brought me up?
I love Danny Hurley, not because it's a love fest, not because he says the right things. He's not afraid of saying what he has to the players he has, and he's even better than me. He takes it to the officials. I love that about him. I really do.
He's working the reps already, man. He set me up.
But my question to you is, what do you think, first of all, your response to what Coach Izzo said, and then what do you think it says about the culture that people see, yelling or hard coaching and somehow think that's a problem?
Yeah, I just think that's, society. We've gotten soft in a lot of ways. I think with with trying to develop young people. I think young people, the teachers and coaches that impact their lives the most are not the teachers and coaches that gave them a grade they didn't deserve. I mean, you remember the teachers and coaches that pushed you to your maximum. That pushed you beyond your comfort level. That got the most out of you. That English teacher that made you do the work, and the tests were hard, and you had to study hard. And just think the same thing applies to coaching. I feel like I got a responsibility. I coach 18, 19, 20-year-old men. There's a lot that I got to instill in them. There's a lot of discipline. There's a lot of accountability. There's a lot of commitment that I've got to instill in them to prepare them for the real world. The real world is tough. It's cruel. You got to be equipped. So on the flip side of how I'm driving them and pushing them to be the best that they can be and prepare them for life, I got a very close bond with my players. I love them. They know I love them. And a lot of our relationship that the media doesn't see or times that we spend, together laughing, joking, making fun of each other. You don't see that part of me. You unfortunately just sometimes see the monster.
Thank you, Coach. Thanks for your time. And the bonus question. That was.
Oh, shit. Thought the satellite was back. All right, brother.
Yeah, I don't want to cut you off on the.